So this is piano on consulate. I guess I'll drop. This is the piano bomb site on consulate. I actually think if you have 5 people that you know what they're doing, they know how to get this set up quickly. And they're efficient about it, and you get the right operators. This is not only the best bomb site, but even if it wasn't the best bomb site, it is still worth going here first. The reason is because this bomb site is played so similarly to up top that if you have like 3 or 4 people run up top off rip and you're all reinforcing the stuff up there, then they're gonna think that you're up top. You're gonna kind of bait them out. They're gonna try, they're gonna like have all their ops set up for that, and then they're gonna have to scramble to swap ops to like the ram and whatnot for like piano. So you can like really catch them off guard by going to piano first, which I also think is the best bomb site on this map. But I guess we'll start out. You're gonna have 2 people on this first floor, 1 person in charge of this bomb site, and then 1 person kind of in charge of this one right here. And then I guess you have like 1 person kind of just in this whole area, and then you're gonna have 1 person in charge of this whole area, and then you're kind of both in charge of the site. The site is like in between you guys, so like no one's really going to get past you to get to this bomb site. So you'll have help in that. I think over here, Fenrir is really good because you can kind of just throw him high on your door. You can hide him around. You can put him over there first. I think just put 1 on your door here and 1 on your door over here. And now anyone that walks through is going to be hitting the Fenrir, and you will have the ability to swing on them. So I think Fenrir in here is really good. This is probably like the safest spot you can play right here. Your Fenrir goes off, you swing. Fenrir goes off over here, you swing. So I think that is really good. Over here, similar concept. I think you take Malusi here. Reason being, you can put them for your mud walk, and you know that you can put them for like your yellow hall somewhere in here, maybe right here. Maybe put a little far forward, right on this. I think right here is really good because by the time they hit it, they will be in the feet holes here, and you can shoot them through the feet holes, and it will also stop anyone coming through right here. So I think a Malusi right here is really strong. They'll have to jump in from here, from this window, to get the Malusi off of it, or they'll have to use util on it, which you will probably hear if like an 8 or Zephyr and Ash goes off over you. So I think Malusi is really good on this for that case. Your other 2 Malusis, you can also stack them on this side to help this person out a little bit, because you only really have to worry the 2 over here that are needed. But you make footholds here, because in a retake scenario, having these open is kind of nice. It also, while you are inside, gives you nice ways to fight the people pushing on you, and when they hit the Malusi, you'll be able to peek off of it. So I think it is really nice strat. This is metal, so this is like where you're going to be wanting to play. You have your Malusis over here. So this is like, this is your bread and butter, is just play off of this. You can kind of dance around a little more. You can come over here and play this area if you wanted, something like that. But for the most part, this is like what you're going to want to run down here. It's just a Fenrir and then a Malusi and this bomb site, and you guys are kind of locking things down. And I think your other 3 people up top, I think the 3 people you should probably be bringing up top is a smoke or a warden as one of the options. Smoke because the Ying plant, the smoke plant, like smoke and plant, you can stop that. And smoke because if you see like the smokes go down, you can throw it and you can stop it up there. I'll show you like little lineups for the smokes a little later, but you'll have someone in charge of this box all the way over into right here. This is going to be your smoke or your warden doing this. You have the shotgun. Both of them need to have the shotgun so they're capable of making vert. Vert is everything on this map. If you have bad vert, you will lose this bomb site. So you want to make sure that everyone upstairs has the ability to make vert. And Malusi also has the ability to make most of the side setup downstairs. They have 2 impacts to make the rotates quickly, and then they have the secondary shotgun. So there you can get all of that done downstairs. And then you take a smoke or a warden or shotgun here. You can make your vert up top, some vert to cover. This will watch the door and the default plant there, as well as like kind of DPN over here. You also have your hatch open to watch literally the rest of site. You can see literally everything, unless they're like, I guess it will if you move like that. This is kind of dangerous, but you can see whole site from this hatch. So this hatch is really strong. You could also just do it from the safety of this right here. This is so anyone walking yellow you can kill. You can even put some, I guess, yeah, right here for the Malusi, so you can actually like contest when people hit the Malusi. You can have this, so that could be an option. I think some of the biggest vert to have is this right here. This allows your Malusi to look up for when people jump through this. So this isn't like you really playing off of it. This is for your Malusi, and Malusi can make that if you need help. You call for it. The big one up here is this. This contests the jump in directly. They can't get an angle from outside looking up at you right here, so you're like completely safe. You can kind of just wait for the jump in. I would just crouch and look right like this or right like this and just wait. And if they jump in, they get a free kill. So that is what I would do for that. Over here, I would probably have a castle or a Goyo, and what they're in charge of is Goyo will be in charge of this hallway over in this area. They're in charge of all of this. And then site as well. So they have this bomb site and all of this to worry about. And castle will have this bomb site and all the way through over here. And if someone's pushing over on the yellow side, they also come over here and they can help out. A couple things. This is only head holes because your castle should never be like moving this far that they're like you want to rotate here. So that's kind of like a bad thing. I would take a beeper on castle and put it on your window so no one just jumps in your window. Maybe you put your smoke barbed wire there, your smoke barbed wire over here as well, same barbed wire up top. So you have your beepers, you can figure that out. But castle's in charge of all of this. Stay invert pretty much for, I think, the basement bomb site that I did when you have 2 people up here. So you can watch all of the double door through all of this. You have your angles that castle can make for the super shorty for spiral stairs. And then you have all of this right here. I think this will get side door right there, so you can kind of play from here. You have you have this right here for the door right here. You have this as well for the door right there. This spurt right here. We'll also see the door over here. This will contest people walking into the building from up there. This right here, this is some very important holes right here. This will stop any default plan in this area. And you can also shoot anything off the wall, which is why you need it on this side as well. You have no cade, you have no wall denial. You want to stop them from just thermiting this open, running into side smoking and planting. You need to be on top of shooting this shit off this wall. So this is very important to get opened. If your Goyos has impacts, I would just kind of impact right here. Good way of remembering it is you just look at the pillar, look down, throw your impact, and then get this open right here. You could use your impact again on Goya for this right here. You just look at the right side of this wall, look down, throw. But then what this allows for you to see the whole site here. The most common plant spot, I guess, in high level play, I don't think it is played enough in like ranked. Most of the time you won't end up here as a map in ranked. But the most common plant is right back there. So if you have a warden, you can get like the angles like right like this to stop the plant. Or if you have a smoke, you can just throw your smoke down like right in that area to stop the plant. So that is why this is also like your most important bit right here. I guess I'll talk about all of the reinforcements. You have pretty much the same setup up top. You have this wall right here, this wall here, this wall just makes it so you can't get wall banged from the bathroom window. And then you have this wall so you have something to play off if they are pushing you up top. You have like a power position right here, really good for smoke. You all get your outside wall right here. I think that is the 3 reinforcements up top that you will need. You have footholds here, so anyone walking across will be seen by the persons in here, or maybe someone inside playing behind the desk. You can also use those for anyone walking into their hall. And the last, 7 are down below. So you get these two, these two, these two. That's at 6. Plus the 3 up top, that's 9. I'm missing a reinforcement. Oh, it's the bathroom wall upstairs. That's your last one, your bathroom wall upstairs. So that's all of your reinforcements. Again, Fenrir in this area, or Maluzi in this area, Fenrir in lounge. And then up top, you're gonna have a smoke or a warden in charge of box. And console office right here, or office right here. They're in charge of this whole area. You're gonna have your castle and Goyo kind of sharing this. Goyo's nice because you can kind of just run around and then just now you have some random angle to watch with a high damage weapon. It's also really good having a Goyo because if someone is tucked over here and you have a very small angle, this works like PMR, so just 3 shots should be enough to at least down, like for something like that. As far as where you are putting your utility for the castle and the Goyo, I would castle your manager door. I would castle your break room door right here, just so you'll know. I would also stack your Goyos on the doors next to them. So when people break the castles, you can shoot the things next to them, just all for a little more time. So that's 2 of your castles, that's 2 of your Goyos. Your other 2 castles will go on your spiral stairs right here, so no one can just run up their spirals really quick and press this fender here. And your other one will be east corridor for the double door here. So again, no one can just run through here really quick, run in here, run straight through, and just fight your fender and just fly into sight. So that will help you with that a little bit. You'll hear him breaking it. You'll be able to play vert on it. I guess I don't really know where this would be. I think that's the edge of long desk, but you could have something for that for like there. I don't think it's super necessary. You'll have to come around to this door anyways. So you can kind of just use this to watch it. But it's definitely an option if you want to be able to contest that. It came out right here, so I guess right next to the bench, you'd be able to put holes for that. That's the whole goal of everything, is just play it from up top. It's like holding up top, but they can't plant up here if they do take it. So if they start pushing up top, you can just layer off and fall back. You have this hatch right here. You can jump over spiral. You have the yellow stairs as your ways down. I think the hatch to site is probably the safest way to drop. This is late round only, but a really good spot for if you fall off from up top to play, like let's say Goyo or Castle Falls. It's actually just right here. The reason being is because they'll have to walk down over here, and they'll have to get around the corner. If the Melusi is still here, then you have a lot of help from that. They'll have to get around the corner to fight you. But then you have your ACOG or an UMP, which is a high damage weapon, to hold down all the way over here. And if you know no one's over there and they're just trying to drop the hatch, well, now you're seeing the hatch off from here. So, I guess big thing is in some Pro League matches, they'll leave this open because, again, in Pro League, where people like to plant would be right over here. So having it open means you can actually contest it from the hall. I think it's probably better for us being a little worse just to keep it closed, just so like this window right here can't see straight into sight. No one sits on this window, and then like your fender just walks into sight, and then boom, they're dead. So I think reinforcement is probably the better move. But you can open this however you want, if you want footholes or head holes or whatever, so like you can come around and look at the default plan. But I guess that's the whole goal here, is to incite. You have your Melusi over here, Fenrir here, and then you have Goyo in charge of upstairs over here, Castle in charge of all of this right here, and then a Smoke in charge of pretty much the entire upper part of this bomb site. You got to be communicating vertically at what's happening. You have to communicate horizontally to each other what's happening. So comms are everything. Comms are really big, important for this. But if we get it down, I actually think it will catch a lot of people off guard if we go here first. Again, it is probably the best bomb site because you get a hold upstairs like it's upstairs, but even if they take upstairs, it's not like they just win the round. It's actually they have to continue pushing all the way down here to point. So that is why it's the best bomb site. This is what I would do. This is what a lot of pros are doing. Some pros open a little more up, like I was talking about. So I guess your biggest gaps, and maybe it's worth getting vert if you can, which I don't think you will be able to. Yeah, but maybe you could do something like this. This is your biggest weakness, is people just walking through main, coming through tellers, and then therming this open. That is your biggest concern. But I guess in our lobbies, that isn't really a huge concern for us. What we should be worrying about. Even if they do get it open, it kind of just applies pressure onto your Fenrir, and then you need a lot of help from vert. Because if this is open, your Fenrir either has to play in sight. They could play in sight right here. This will give them a lot more movement. Or if they're kind of getting really greedy and aggressive for kills, they could still just sit right here completely safe with their Fenrir up in the corner over there. Depending on how the breach is, they'll probably hit the Fenrir before they walk in. So that is like what you need to be careful of. Maybe if they have the Goyo and you have these vert holes right up here, they can impact trick it, like throw their impact from up top all the way off over to this to get the therms off. Also, having this open would be kind of nice, so you get the audio if people are pushing over there. But pretty simple. Just hold it like up top, have your two anchors down below, kind of just making sure they don't just plant. Besides that, it kind of plays similar to the up top. So that is this bomb site in a nutshell. One more time, I'm going to say I would like to go here first. I think it's the best bomb site, so please land this, please.